All right, if you're a solo entrepreneur in India, you already know the grind, right? You're the CEO, you're the marketing team, heck, you're probably the one making the coffee. It's all you. And while that freedom is amazing, it comes with this giant risk, a risk that could honestly jeopardize everything you've worked for. So let's dig into what that really means. So let me ask you this, and it's a big one. If your business runs into trouble, maybe takes on some debt, is your home safe? What about your car? Are your personal savings fair game? For a lot of solo business owners, the answer is a terrifying yes, and that's something we need to fix. And this slide right here really lays it all out. Look at the left. As a sole proprietor, you and your business are legally the same thing. Your business debt is your personal debt. But then look over on the right. The one-person company, or OPC, puts up what's basically a corporate shield. It builds a wall between your business finances and your personal life. So here's what we're going to cover in this explainer. We'll start with that dilemma, then we'll get into exactly what an OPC is, why it's such a game changer, the common mistakes you absolutely need to avoid, and then we'll wrap up with some really cool success stories. Okay. First up, let's really get to the heart of this solopreneur's dilemma. It all boils down to one scary phrase: unlimited liability. So, what exactly is this OPC? Well, think of it as a revolutionary new tool designed specifically for the army of one, the solo founder. It was introduced back in 2013 as part of India's Companies Act, and it's pretty simple. An OPC is a formal company that just one person can set up, but the magic words here are separate legal entity. That one little phrase, it changes absolutely everything. Okay, so why should you actually care about this? This is the part that's a total aha moment for so many entrepreneurs. What makes an OPC so powerful? It all comes back to this one incredible benefit: limited liability. This is that corporate shield we were talking about. It means your personal risk is capped. It's limited to whatever you've invested in the business itself. If things go sideways, your personal assets are off limits. That peace of mind, it's what lets you take the smart risks you need to take to grow. Let's just look at this head to head. It's so clear. With a proprietorship, there's no separate you, which means unlimited risk. Now look at the OPC column, a completely separate legal entity, limited liability. It even has perpetual continuity, which is a fancy way of saying the business doesn't have to die if something happens to you, thanks to a nominee. And maybe most importantly for growth, it gives you so much more credibility. Getting loans is easier, and landing those bigger contracts, way more likely. Now, the benefits are awesome, for sure, but setting it up does require you to pay attention. So let's walk through some of the critical mistakes you absolutely want to avoid so the whole process is as smooth as possible. All right, here are 5 of the most common and, believe me, costly mistakes that you'll want to watch out for. Mistake number 1, getting the eligibility wrong. The rules are super specific here. The founder has to be a natural person, so not another company, and you have to be an Indian citizen and a resident of India. Get any of that wrong, and your application is basically dead on arrival. Next up, the nominee. This person is so important for that perpetual succession thing we talked about. You have to pick someone to take over if you're ever unable to run the business. A huge mistake people make is just picking someone without getting their formal written consent. Trust me, that can cause a world of headaches down the road. Paperwork. This is a classic tripwire. The whole registration process is digital now, which means you need something called a digital signature certificate, or DSC. Any tiny error, a mismatch in your ID and address proofs, it can lead to rejections and really, really frustrating delays. Remember that whole separate legal entity thing? Well, that goes for your money too. You absolutely must open a separate bank account just for the business. If you start mixing your personal and business cash, you're not only creating an accounting nightmare, you're also destroying the legal protection the OPC is supposed to give you. And finally, please don't make the mistake of thinking you're done once that registration certificate shows up. You're not. An OPC is a formal company, and that comes with ongoing duties, like annual filings. If you ignore them, you could be facing some seriously heavy penalties. Okay, now that you know what not to do, let's talk about what's possible. Let's get inspired. Because the OPC structure isn't just some legal theory, it's a real launchpad for some incredible businesses all across India. Let's take a look at a few. For example, check out Get My Tea. A single founder built a global export business from the ground up, shipping premium Indian teas straight from the farms to customers all over the world. That's the power of this structure. Or how about MindSync in the wellness tech space? Here's an OPC that's using technology to make mental health services affordable and accessible to more people. It just goes to show you that one person, one founder, can make a massive social impact. And from Nagpur, you've got Arna Software. This is a great example of an OPC driving tech innovation in a specific region. They're building software that helps small, local shops digitize and stay competitive in a modern world. And just to show you how versatile this is, it's not just for tech or digital products. Look at YoJack Solutions. This is a single entrepreneur in Jaipur managing the incredibly complex logistics of exporting heavy stuff, like tiles and building materials, to markets in Africa and the Middle East. So let's wrap this up with the key takeaways. Number 1, the OPC is your corporate shield. It protects your personal stuff. 2, it boosts your credibility, big time. That means easier access to loans and bigger clients. 3, it makes sure your business can live on through your nominee. And 4, it's a formal, serious, and scalable structure that's just perfect for the solopreneur. For literally thousands of solo entrepreneurs out there who are building their dreams, the OBC model has been an absolute game changer. It offers protection, credibility, and a real path for growth. So the only question left to ask is, could it be the key for you and your business?